coming up on 19 years. Our 20th anniversary is next year. We've been around for a long time, and we've got a very loyal, vocal audience. Our average tenure at the brand is extremely long, goes up every year. I like to say that once you start playing Magic, you never really stop. Even if you haven't picked up a card in a couple years, you still come to our forums, you still talk about stuff, you still complain about things we do, right? Everybody has strong opinions, and it's because they love the brand so much. It's something that we feel very grateful to be able to have a property that has such amazing and loyal fans. So with that great community, with that great ability to talk to our consumers and have them involved in what we do, there's also a lot of responsibility, right? The expectations of our player base on us are very, very high. We'd also build up that level of trust with our community, that they know that we have their best interests at heart, we have the game's best interests at heart, and for them to be able to trust us to try new things, and to have that level of trust that they understand that by trying new things, we're going to push the boundaries, and things aren't always going to work out, and to trust in us that we won't, be wedded to every single idea that we ever have, and we'll morph things and do things to improve the brand in the long run. But Magic is, by its very nature, it's a niche game in a niche universe, right? We like to call it a gamer's game, right? Where we're never going to get somebody who doesn't already define themselves as a gamer to try Magic as their first game, right? Instead, we're a game that, if you think you love games, if you play a lot of games, if you define yourself a gamer, well, then you really should have tried Magic at least. One of the things that we take a lot of pride in is that the people out there who make the most popular games, they actually play Magic in their spare time. We have a whole system set up. We have all these game industries all around the world, game development houses, where the employees there, the game designers, the game developers, they play Magic at their lunch break. They play Magic after work, right? They all get together, and the thing that they do for their social interaction, for their game enjoyment, is they play Magic. And that's awesome. It's a testament to the kind of gaming that Magic offers, that the people who really drive the world's most popular games play Magic for fun. When we're talking about getting new people into Magic, it really is a question of making sure that Magic as a game is relevant to today's gamers, right? Because in its essence, it's a tabletop game. Who plays tabletop games? The kinds of ways we try to get over that are to try to put the game experience of Magic in front of them in the place that they already game. Make it easy for them to try it, make it easy for them to see what Magic has to offer, and make it so engaging that they want to take that next step, that they can't imagine themselves not taking that next step. Something that's been really important for us is our Duels of the Planeswalkers initiative. A number of years ago, we kind of looked at our player base and we said, we've stagnated. How on earth are we going to get new players to even give this a shot? So we took the game and we made an Xbox Live Arcade game out of it. And we did it initially as a marketing expense. We said, let's just use this, let's put the demo out there so people can try the game, let's see what happens. Next thing we know, we're top of Microsoft charts, we're #1 in XBLA's charts. And so when we're talking about storytelling opportunities, we've been taking steps to try to get that story out in more ways than just in the card game. So now we're doing things like trailers before each one of our card sets, where we get the story out there in a very visual, video medium out there. We have comic books out there. We've got IDWs running Magic comic books to get the story out in that avenue. But then really more important for us is letting the players be able to live the story out in their play experiences. We had a really great story with a set earlier this year called Avacyn Restored, where in the storyline, there's this big chunk of the moon that had landed on this plane, and in that chunk of the moon, that's where the angel had been protecting the plane, had been putting all these demons and things, had been kind of put it in there. And at some point during the storyline, the angel disappears, and it ends up that Planeswalker comes in and opens up the Hell Vault. And so we did for the players, we said, okay, go to your local game store, we're going to give them all an actual physical Hell Vault, big thing sitting on their countertop. Come for the pre-release. If you come for the pre-release, as you play the game, you check off your achievements. Every achievement that gets off, you peel open one of the seals on the Hell Vault. And when you as a group can open up all the achievements, crack the seal on the Hell Vault, open it up, find out what's inside, right? And the angel comes out, there's a whole bunch of goodies inside, right? So it's that idea of how can we get the players not just to understand the story and share the story and love it, but how can they actually live the story? How can they have that story be infused into how they actually experience the game?